Madden Football is the home of Super Bowl 56. And this historic matchup is brought to you by EA Sports. It's the Saints and the Ravens, and it's coming up next.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Tonight, it's all on the line. We play for the Lombardi Trophy, as it'll be the AFC champion Baltimore Ravens taking on the NFC champions, the New Orleans Saints. Brandon Garden and Charles Davis on hand. And Charles, you look at the Ravens, champions of the AFC. Remember, they won Super Bowl 47 back in February of 2013. They've been one of the best teams in the NFL the last decade or so, and now they look to cap off a tremendous season.
And it started pretty quickly for them, because you have to remember, Ravens history starts in 1996 when the Browns moved from Cleveland and became an entirely new franchise known as the Baltimore Ravens. And since then, they've won the Super Bowl twice. Number 47 you mentioned, and also number 35 in Tampa over the Giants. This is a proud franchise looking to add their third Super Bowl trophy.
Meanwhile, for the New Orleans Saints, quite a series of events led them to this point. You had Drew Brees retire at season's end a year ago, and you think about all the heartbreaking postseason losses that this team went through the last few years, but they pulled it together, CD, and find themselves in the big game for just the second time in franchise history.
And they thought they would have been here multiple times before. You've got to respect this franchise and this organization, though, don't you? Because they've somehow been able to move past all those tough losses. The Minneapolis Miracle, the pass interference no call, going out at home the last 2 years, first in overtime to Minnesota on another controversial play, and then to Tom Brady last year. A resilient bunch, this New Orleans Saints team.
Following the incomplete pass, here they go again, 2nd and 10 from the 25. To throw is Jackson. This will be caught by Brown. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
Just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1. Jackson. He gets this underneath to Dobbins. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. You look at this Super Bowl, the second appearance for this head coach. The first one did not go as planned, as we all know. But what do you think he's learned from that first go-around?
He learned how much it hurts to lose. And that's what you hear from coaches so often. They don't remember the wins as much as they remember the losses. You can talk about the media, the scrutiny, the hoopla, but once you've had to shake a head coach's hand and jog off the field and know you have to face the media, face your fans, face your home life, knowing that you've lost the Super Bowl, that hurts big time, and you're going to do everything possible to try and prevent that from happening again.
Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down. Well, you know, paramount for this defense is trying to keep Lamar Jackson somewhat contained when he tries to run. They did a pretty good job of it there.
And you know it's so difficult for every defense that has to prepare for Lamar Jackson? You have to think and play at the same time. And I know that sounds like something you're supposed to do, but when you have to think about your assignments against him, it often slows down your feet. You don't move as fast. You've got to be prepared for this guy every step of the way, and then try to match his athleticism.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
Many times when a play breaks down and the quarterback's moving around outside of the pocket, you're thinking just get rid of something short. But a lot of guys are coached, think deep, take the big shot, hoping someone can get lost behind the secondary. They weren't able to connect on that one.
And the line to gain here is the 37 on 3rd down. Now it's Jackson. Dancing to his left. And he is out of bounds inside the 35.
That's something you have to be aware of as a defense and have to find a way to account for him. And if you're not going to use a spy, you're telling your guys to keep your eyes on him, because when he breaks out and makes plays like that, all he does is hurt you.
Have to at least be able to contain him somewhat. There they could not. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's Jackson to throw. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's second down.
Nice job there defensively. A great time to dial up a blitz.
And give him credit under center instead of throwing it away. Actually a pretty good job of getting past the line of scrimmage, not losing yardage. From the 30 on second down, Jackson. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
They've given him some different looks here defensively in the early going. He's only hit 2 of his first 5 passes. With a big third down coming up, he's hoping he's got a play dialed up that can take advantage of whatever the defense throws at him.
8th play of this opening drive coming up. This is third down. Throwing is Jackson. That's caught. It's Tutu Atwell. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Tutu Atwell, 30 yards. And the Ravens are on the board first here in this Super Bowl. Justin Tucker for the extra point. And the Ravens lead at 7-0.
Makes the score Ravens 7, Saints 0.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. On 1st and 10, here's Lance. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Mitchell. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
It's a gain of 16 yards.
Throwing on 1st down is Lance. Johnson's got it complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down.
That's good for a save.
To throw, it's Lance. And this one almost intercepted. Not a good throw there. Nearly an opening drive INT.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. But the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
3.5 to go, first quarter. Now a play fake. Lance. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Justin Matabike in there to bury him for a loss of 11. Boy, Charles, that time he took a bad situation and made it worse.
Yeah, you're almost putting together a nice little song there, aren't you? Because it's something you'll see from young quarterbacks. They have that tendency to retreat backwards instead of stepping up in the pocket.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And he's got him. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. We saw this plenty last year in college. He loved to take his shots downfield, and that throw, that was a thing to behold there.
And you'd think on 3rd down, they'd just be looking for something right beyond the sticks. And I think they caught the defense flat-footed as a result, because they decided they were going to take a shot right there, and it ended up being a big play.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And that last drive, so effective in the passing game, resulting in the touchdown. Maybe not many people were focused on the trenches. There was good protection there.
Excellent protection. So now defensively, you've almost got to get down to those starters blocks like you're a sprinter Get lower than those guys on offense and find a way to roar through them or around them to get into the face of the passer.
Easier said than done, though.
Way easier said than done. But they've got to try something because right now they're just cutting him to shreds.
He's going deep for Brown. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the corner, Bradley Roby. Powers by at the 40.
And the Saints will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line. So they tried to take the deep shot there, but this defense up to the task.
And a lot of times when you air a ball out like this, if it does get intercepted, there's going to be a lot of space out there to set up a return. And remember, you've got 5 big offensive linemen out there playing on their feet in open space. Not a skill most of them possess that allows for extra yardage on the return.
And across midfield he goes into Raven territory. The previous run good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard.
Brings up 2nd and a yard.
From the gun, they'll try to run it.
And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line.
When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
On 1st down, it's Mitchell. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
The Lance going to throw.
Flushed out right. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. Well, this crowd does not like that call.
Understandable reaction from them. That's their team that the penalty is going against. But you and I both know they're going to take care of the quarterback.
On 1st down, Lance.
Flush to his right. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey.
And the Ravens are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line.
At their own 20-yard line.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
First carry for the former Buckeye, J.K. Dobbins.
And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
2nd and 10 at the 20-yard line.
Off the play fake to Dobbins. Here's Jackson.
Oh, he'll try and throw it deep to the other side of the field. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore.
And the Saints are going to get possession of the football as time will run out on this first quarter of play.
These two teams all tied after one.
7-7.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Lance with a tap forward on the jet sweep.
And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage.
Lance to throw on 3rd and 1.
This is complete to Michael Thomas. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10.
That's good for a Saints. First down and goal to go.
Lance looking to throw it.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Anthony Averett picks it.
And the Ravens force the turnover. They'll take over at the 10.
He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw, because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. After the interception, here's Jackson.
He finds Bateman over the middle.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
To throw again on 2nd down, Jackson. And he gets it here to right around the 24 before he's out of bounds.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit, because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw. So maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
Jackson on 1st down. Buying time to his left. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
The 30-yard line.
Here's Jackson. Escaping the pressure right. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35.
Offensively, they liked their situation, so they tried to take a shot downfield, but no one was open. So it was tuck it in run time, and he picks up a 1st down.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
A shotgun snap and a give to Dobbins.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Good yardage there on 1st down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making 1st downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your 2nd down play.
Jackson going to find his running back here. It's Dobbins.
And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line.
But they certainly made a point of getting him involved in the passing game here in the 1st half. They must have seen something in the scouting that said, hey, we can capitalize on him getting the ball possibly in the open field. And I think in the 2nd half, that may loosen up the defense a little bit to get the running game going back inside.
They'll run on 1st down. Dobbins, and he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
From just shy of midfield, Jackson.
And that'll be complete to Dobbins.
And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 32-yard line.
That's good for a Baltimore Raven.
2 minutes on the clock in the 2nd quarter of this Super Bowl. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. There's a nice move. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Jackson now. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Jackson from the shotgun, sliding out of the pocket. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20.
Now this is a feeling I can relate to all too well. Deflation on 3rd and short. Excellent coverage, took away all the short routes, but the one person who wasn't accounted for, the quarterback, and he used his legs to hot-foot it for a first down.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Being chased out left. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds.
Well, we've seen Jackson already have success in the first half running the football, and he gets good yardage on the ground again there. I mean, I know it's a $64,000 question, CD, but how do they contain him better?
You have to win against the blockers ahead of you. If those guys even occupy a defender for even a half a second, then Lamar Jackson is gone. You've got to take those blockers and move them so that you have clear vision of Lamar Jackson, and hopefully you can hem him in.
Nothing doing there as the 13th play of the drive proves to be unlucky. 2nd and goal from the 6 this time. And now Jackson will look to throw it. Rolling to his right. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete.
I know he was trying to get the completion downfield, but the way this game has gone, with a few of the runs he's made along the way, he should have kept the ball and taken it with his feet downfield. That's the big play that shreds the defense. Instead, he thought to himself, I'm a quarterback, I've got to throw it. He bailed out the defense with that incompletion.
Third and goal, Jackson. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Well, so a drive that spans all that time, and yet you may only come away with 3 points here.
Well, your defense, all right, they actually like these long drives. They get to rest over on the sidelines for a while, but when you're not finishing with points in terms of touchdowns, that's frustrating. They've got to figure out how to close out these long drives and get 6s instead of 3s.
So a good kick there, and they put the bow tie on it with 3 points.
And let's face it, everybody wants a touchdown. We know that. But in the NFL, defenses are awfully good. You're not going to score each and every time. Be able to knock the ball through the post and take the throw.
By the way, I said bow tie. I meant just bow. Not the tie, but yeah.
Either way.
You got it.
I just went right past it.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started.
And with a little under a minute to go, they may try and work their way into field goal range and try to tie up this ball game.
That'll be taken in there by Miles Boykin. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half.
1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
Lance now to throw.
And his throw is incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Now Lance. Looking deep downfield. And that nearly intercepted. It's incomplete. Now remember, he had a pick earlier, but couldn't reel that one in. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Again, they'll throw it with Lance. Open man is Duvernay. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down. And they'll go for it. Lance. He finds his man Johnson. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2. As the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half.
1st and 10.
Lance now on 1st down. Left side, it's caught by Mitchell. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
That's tough to play zone defense when they can just curl up right there in front of you.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we talk about finding the soft spot. Defensively, how do you make sure they don't find the soft spot like they did there?
Tough to do, because what they normally will do is run routes that'll pull you out of that spot that they want to get into. That's what we call not taking the cheese, right? Don't go for the mousetrap. But it's hard to do, because when you see a guy cutting that in that direction, you tend to go towards him. Well, that was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
So it's 1st and goal, and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. Play action. Now it's Lance. He'll buy some time right. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Trey Lance in the final seconds of the first half. And once again, the Saints are back out in front. Lutz with the extra point, and the lead is now 14-10.
The score, Saints 14, Ravens 10. Will Lutz kicking off for Norman.
So still time for the kickoff here. 1 second to go in the half as this one is away.
Short kick. One of the up middle take it now. So these two teams will head to the locker room as we hit halftime in Super Bowl 56. As we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach?
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3.
These two teams sat through a longer than usual 30-minute wait, but we're back in action here in the Super Bowl.
And no fireworks to start the half. This will be a touchback.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started.
And I think you'd have to say their coaching staff, all things considered, had to be pleased with their performance in the first half of this Super Bowl.
Definitely pleased, doing their best not to show it to their team, of course, because as you and I both know, their mantra all season long has been finish. Get the job done. They know how close they are to lifting that trophy. One more solid half of football, and they can do exactly that.
2nd down at 5.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Mitchell, and he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Lance going to try and throw on third down here. That's taken in by Duvernay. And he is going to have a Saints first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
That's good for the Saints. First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
On first down, it's Mitchell. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Throwing on 2nd and 8, Lance. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. Jalen Ferguson in there to bury him for a loss of 11. On 3rd and long, it's Lance. And that is incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
Here comes the Saints punter now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. That's a 43-yard punt, aided as well by a loss on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And their defense did its job by forcing the punt to start things out. And now, Charles, can the offense get in gear? Oh, for the 3rd time, Jackson going to be intercepted. Picked off by the corner, Bradley Roby. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at the 27.
On 1st and 10, here's Lance.
And his throw here's incomplete. Now before this 2nd down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
Shotgun now for Lance.
Completing it to the right side, Johnson. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
From the gun, it's Lance.
Throwing middle, and it's complete.
And he is going to have a Saints first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and
On 2nd down now, it's Mitchell. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1.
41 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
First downs have not come easy, and neither have runs like this throughout this game.
Absolutely not. He finally felt like, whoa, a sigh of relief. We got something going in the running game.
Trying to power it in with Arma.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Taking it in from a yard out.
And the Saints will extend their 3rd quarter lead here in this Super Bowl.
Lutz good on the extra point, and that makes it a 21-10 game.
Saints 21, Ravens 10.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
Made at the 25-yard line. The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And last time, one play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling, because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action.
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
1st and 10 at the 50-yard line.
From midfield now, here's Jackson. They'll roll him out right. That ball caught. It's Mark Andrews, the tight end.
Couple of first downs right in succession, and this is an offense that can really use a good drive, and they're off to a fast start here.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. To throw is Jackson. Going for it all. And this one is incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
Third quarter of the biggest spectacle in sport, the Super Bowl. Thanks for joining us, everybody. 2nd and 10.
Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Ross. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12. Throwing is Jackson. Eluding the pressure right. He finds the speedster Ross. That's complete. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line.
That's a big gainer on that play, and from experience, I can tell you, that's where defensive backs will come into the huddle and say, guys, how about some pass rush? But you're going to say it nicely, because those big guys up front, they don't like being criticized very much. Quarterbacks in this league, you know they'll pick you apart if you give them time like that to find receivers downfield.
2nd and goal from the 1. Here's Jackson to throw. Sliding out of the pocket. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
They'll try to run with Dobbins. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. 1 quarter remains here in the Super Bowl. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. And we'll begin it with a field goal try here. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. Tucker's kick is good. And that'll make this an 8-point game. All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get at the least a 3 and out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started.
And the tension ratcheting up all around. A one-score game, fourth quarter of the Super Bowl. This is what you folks came for. Every play with the potential to win or lose a title as they look to drain some time off this clock. Michael O.J. Mudia with the tackle. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. They'll keep it on the ground. Mitchell. Just a couple on the ground there, and that's going to bring up 3rd and about 6.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
The Saints on 3rd down. They've been very good, 5 for 7 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled.
And that certainly appears to be a critical conversion right there, because not only do they keep the drive going, they take valuable time off the clock as well. They have to feel really good about that last completion.
They'll run on 1st down. Mitchell. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
Now, that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater, he just made a great play there.
Right back to Mitchell on 2nd down.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
And this is why the head coach gets paid the big bucks. Look at where they are in this situation, partner. Do you throw the ball here in a long-distance situation? Do you run it again and trust your defense and make sure you take care of the ball and punt it away? What kind of options do you have here, and what do you trust more on your team?
Yeah, they may have just pushed him back into that throwing situation. We'll see. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge, and that's good enough for a 1st down. Big hook up there, forced to throw it on 3rd down. The connection's going to keep the drive alive and also keep the clock moving.
Yeah, and from a defensive perspective, didn't get a sack, didn't knock the ball free, didn't break up the pass. The clock keeps running on you. You're in a dire situation now.
On 1st down, it's Mitchell. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Well, at this stage, that's exactly what you want offensively. Good run on 1st down, stay in bounds, keep that clock rolling.
And look at that play chart that the play caller has in his hands right now. That's what you got to focus in on, because that's divided up by sections. And right now, he's looking at that 4-minute offense section. What running plays do we have to bleed down the clock and take care of the football? Right now, they're executing really well.
Starting to feel a little to me like the air is coming out of the balloon, so to speak, defensively.
They're taking their will from them right now. That's what they're doing. Whatever they want to call, it's working. They're handling things up front, and it's not just the offensive line. It's everyone. You're seeing the guys on the perimeter blocking downfield and making sure that they're secure. So, yeah, you're exactly right. The air's out of the balloon, and right now they're almost lifeless.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Mitchell. He's able to work free for about 6 down to the 18. Able to stay in bounds, so the clock keeps rolling. And this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in. And all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is, first guy there, hold him up. Second, third guy in, break it to football. Get it out. We've got to create a turnover, because one more score, and this game's over.
On 2nd down, it's Mitchell. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11.
70 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 16 times.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game.
So it's Saints football as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. On 1st down, Mitchell fighting him off, and he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown.
Elijah Mitchell
taking it in from 11 yards out.
And the Saints are moving closer to their 2nd Super Bowl title in franchise history.
Lutz with the extra point, and the lead is up to 15 now. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore.
And the Saints are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line. Well, we knew this was going to be a tall order anyway, down 2 scores with this little time remaining, but that interception puts an end to any hopes that they had.
All right, partner, work with me here because obviously scoring a touchdown, getting the onside kick, then going down, scoring again, well, that's asking a lot, isn't it? And that's really not a great expectation to begin with. I think they'll look back on this game and see what got them in this spot in the first place and say to themselves, we really gave this game away.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. They'll keep it on the ground. Mitchell. And across midfield he goes into Raven territory. They got 2 of the 3 they needed there. Leaves them with 3rd and just a yard.
A 2-yard pickup brings up 3rd and 1.
Where's 52? Watch 52. 52's the mark.
And they'll run on the inside handoff.
And he is going to have the 1st down, and that is going to suck the life right out of this crowd.
It's a gain of 2. That's good for us Saints. 1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
And the Lombardi Trophy is headed back to the Bayou. The New Orleans Saints, Super Bowl champions. And their remarkable season ends in the most remarkable of ways. They get to put next to their name, Super Bowl champion.
And they can't ever take that away, can they?
Nope.
That lasts forever. So good to see the emotion when it's all said and done. You see the hugs. You see the guys sharing, the collective happiness. Makes me want to carry you around a little bit on my shoulders to celebrate the triumph. And congratulations to them. A fantastic season.